Super Sports Saturday continues from the Minnesota Motor Company, the granddaddy of them all. The huge indoor used car sale is on, and boy, they got us crammed in here pretty good. A lot of cars inside, huh, Craig?
Yeah, no doubt about it. And these guys, they've been kind of scouting out the selection in the showroom, too. So.
Well, we'll let them get back to it in a second, but first we got to talk some boys swimming and diving.
Sounds good. Mike Hurley is here, and Jake Fisher and Erik Money. They're the tri-captains for the Otter boys swimming and diving team. And Mike, you've got the mic in your hand. You know what that means. You're going to go first. So
absolutely.
One thing I want to know, was that a gift, or did you have to pay for that Indiana shirt there?
This Indiana coat I got for Christmas. So
all right.
Definitely not a bribe of any kind.
I just wanted to make sure.
I got this legally.
Well,
we'll just say that.
You are going to be attending Indiana University, correct?
Yes, I will.
All right.
That's all right. It's red and white are the colors, which is I like those colors.
Yeah, it looks good on that Corvette down the other end too. You know?
That's right. It kind of matches, doesn't it?
They swim in it. I thought it was just basketball. The Hoosiers,
Hoosiers have strong.
Mark Spitz went to Indiana, actually.
Wow. Well, see, I know who Mark Spitz is.
You're just too young to remember the.
Yeah, he had a pretty good mustache.
72 Olympics, 7 gold medals. I was 7.
Okay.
I remember watching. Come on,
here for every medal.
The mustache. Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Well, let's talk about last week, first of all. Mike, tell us about that Maroon and Gold Invitational. That's one of those meets where you guys all get to kind of swim your, as Tom calls them, Coach Uvis, your A events, right?
Yeah, we go down to the Maroon and Gold meet, really just kind of figure out what we're doing. It's our state pool, and we go down there to feel the bulkhead up, see how it works, see our turns and everything. The blocks, everything's just different down there. And now that we've been down there, we get a good feel for it. So now that when we go on the state, we're going to be, pretty dynamic on those turns and starts.
We get so spoiled seeing you finish first in all your races. You took second in the 200 IM down there, but you dropped like 4 seconds off your time. Tell us about that race and the competitor that beat you.
The kid was from Woodbury. He's a very nice kid. I had a little bit of a conversation with him before, had a little bit of a hug. He's a really good guy, really good swimmer. He just happened to have a really good day that day. I dropped a lot of time. I dropped lots of time. The fastest time I've ever had this time of the season. And any time you can drop time is a great experience. And I had a lot of fun that meet. That was probably the funnest meet I've had in a long time now, because finding competition anywhere is always a pleasure for me to do that stuff. So
I was going to ask you, Mike. Every time we hear your name, it's because you're setting a new record at school. Do you feel any pressure to go out there and be that peak performer night in and night out?
Usually you do get that pressure, but since I've taken second and everything, it's fine. Everybody can't stand defeated all of your life. Michael Phelps has been beat before.
Yeah.
A lot of these guys have been beat before. So it's like it's just a natural progression, and
it's a good attitude to have. It's
keep going.
Solid attitude to have, because you got to keep your confidence up, but you also have to be realistic. I like that.
Well, and you're also swimming against the clock, like we said. You still dropped 4 seconds last week, so it's hard to be disappointed, even if it's a runner-up.
Well, if you keep dropping time, you'll be the world record holder.
There you go. That's exactly right.
Okay.
Now let's pass the mic over to Jake for a minute. Jake Fisher, who is, IMer, backstroker, relay guy, too, and you're done after 3 events. You're done with 2 of yours usually, right? You have to get out there and be ready to go, like right now.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely tough, but we practice for that.
Yeah, the 200 medley relay consistently is taking first place and kind of setting the tone for the meet. That's something you guys take a lot of pride in, isn't it?
Yeah, we've kind of focused on that relay and the 400 free relay for meets. So we've usually excelled in those over the years.
Yeah, good kind of bookends there. You start the meet well, you finish the meet strong, and everything good hopefully happened in between as well. Now, even as an IMer, you do all the strokes, and I know that's something the Otters have always prided themselves on in the program, is having versatility with their swimmers. You feel like you're capable of going out and competing in any of those 4 strokes? If Tom Uvis wants you to swim, say, the 100 freestyle or the butterfly in a meet, you can go out and do that?
I think I could. The one challenge would be the breaststroke. I'm kind of weak in that area. But
what's your best? What's your favorite?
Probably the sprint freestyle events.
Okay.
How much input do you guys have from meet to meet as far as events that you would like to swim? Do you wait for the coach to come and ask you if you have a preference for a particular meet because he's going to juggle the lineup, or do you go up and ask Coach Uvis, hey, can I try to swim this event this week?
I usually let him adjust it to how he wants it. If he wants to go A lineup, we'll do that. Or if he wants to change things up a bit, I'll let him do what he thinks.
Let's pass the mic down to Erik. Get the third tri-captain in here, and Erik Money is, the third of the Money boys to swim in the Otter program. You guys have been talking swimming around your house for a long time, haven't you?
Oh, yeah, quite a while.
You're also on a couple of relay teams. You have that versatility, again, that most of these swimmers do have. Had a second-place finish in the breaststroke at that maroon and gold meet. That's an impressive finish in that bronze division. Did you feel that was the stiffest competition maybe that you've seen?
Yeah, there were some really good swimmers there, and first place guy, I think he had like a minute flat, and he just kind of blew us out of the water there. But yeah, it was a really good race. We had some good time drops on our team too.
Yeah, and you were what, only 20 hundredths of a second ahead of Dominic Jones. So you're having pretty good competition right within the team in that event.
Oh yeah, we have a really solid breaststroke on our team. We've got Cal Moritzen, Dom and me. Dom and I both had pretty good time drops on that meet.
You know, Erik, you guys, I think, now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think all three of you guys are one-sport athletes, right? No, Jake, you're in 3. Okay, see what I know. You two are one-sport athletes, right?
For you, yeah, Mike's in track.
Okay, see, my memory's... Okay, so, Erik, you're a one-sport athlete, right?
Yeah.
See, I knew I'd get there. All right. My question is, you guys train hard during the season. Tom Uvis is a coach who loves to train. He says you guys love to train.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, off-season, compared to during the season, how do you train? Do you do a lot of dry land training? Do you do a lot of weight training? Do you try to spend time swimming during the off-season a lot? Or how do you put all that together?
Well, personally, I did a lot of lifting during the off-season, some biking with Doug Becker, and a little bit of running. I know Mike does a lot of swimming in the off-season, too, and Jake does a lot of other sports, too. So,
all right, how about individual programs away from the team group? And I just pass Mike the mic again here for this one. But, Mike, you have a pretty rigid individual schedule for training. If that's something, of course, you're at that level going to Division I swimming. And how much has that changed since you started high school swimming? Have you pushed yourself even harder the last couple of years to get to this point? Or have you always been a guy that has looked to get that advantage on the way up individually?
It really hasn't been a function of, hasn't been a function of pushing myself harder or, working harder or doing more. It's more of the fact of swimming longer. So instead of, lifting weights, or instead of going out and pounding out 5 miles every day or whatever, I sit there and I'll go every day in the fourth season. I'll start in September, way before the season even begins. So I add more time to my year that I swim in during, rather than trying to do more stuff to it, if you can understand what I'm trying to say there. I will do a small amount of dry land, but I will not lift weights. I'm trying to keep a lot of that stuff for the college to be able to do that, because, where a coach has tried to prep us for college, he says college is where he wants us to excel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just leaving that open for Coach Ray Luce of Indiana to determine how he wants to train me on that.
Well, in that very same kind of line of questioning, do you like the fact that not just one stroke is stressed here at Fergus Falls, that Tom Uvis and his staff, they teach all the strokes, and that you're more well-rounded because of it?
Exactly. Our team has benefited from the fact that Coach Uvis trains IM. If you look at our team, we can put anybody almost in any spot, and they will all do extremely well in it. And that's paid off from Coach Uvis's training.
Oh, absolutely.
Talk about you seniors. Talk about senior night the other night, the win over Wilmer and swimming in the pool, and knowing you've only got, one more home meet left. Is that all kind of hitting home right now that we're almost done?
Not yet. I still feels like I'm a 7th grader still, that meet, it kind of threw me on, like, wow, I'm a senior now, but it hasn't quite hit the way it should hit yet. And I think that'll happen when we have our last home meet. So it's kind of hitting me now, I guess. So
Yep.
that's
Great. Thanks for bringing it up.
I know. Erik, how about you? You've been in this Otter swimming program since you were how old? When did you start swimming as a flyer?
Yeah, I was swimming on our team since I was 5, so a long time. Yeah, I guess I'm kind of where Mike is right now. Hasn't quite hit me yet.
Yeah, it's. I know you've had some great crowds, and you get some tremendous support. It gets pretty noisy in that Kennedy Secondary School pool, doesn't it?
Yeah, it gets pretty wild.
Do you like those new windows, by the way, where people can stand up and watch you?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, people just drop by and watch our practices too.
You must feel pretty good about. You had a couple of great races again against Wilmer, winning that 100 breast and then taking third in the 100 freestyle. Are your times where you want them right now?
Well, yeah, obviously you always want to go faster, but I guess I'm kind of content with the times that I've gotten.
Jake, you're from a swimming family, of course. Your sister is up at UND, and another sister swimming for the Otters still, and you guys have spent a lot of time in the pool too, and the training through the years, and you've had Coach Uvas for many, many years. Has that been a benefit to have somebody who's so familiar with your strokes and your abilities to be able to work you into the lineup with confidence, knowing what you can do?
Yeah, definitely, because he's coached me from the start, so he knows how I swim and what I do best, and he's kind of critiqued my stroke over the years, and it's been good.
When you look at this postseason coming up, what events are we most likely going to see you competing in sections?
Well, I'm not sure yet because we have a chance at winning sections, and we might try to go for that. So they may need me in different events, and I may want to do. So right now it's up to anything.
And you're okay with whatever they decide there?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. Mike, how about you? What, as seniors, do you and Erik have a little more say in what events you compete in the sections, or is it all for whatever the coach thinks will help the team the best?
Well, Coach Uvas likes to give us an option of what we like to swim because we are seniors. But personally, I prefer to just see whatever happens, what strokes feeling good, what events are the fastest and the sharpest, pretty much. Right now, I will never probably ever get rid of my 200 IM. I love that event way too much to give that one up for sections. But I might be switching on my second event to the 100 freestyle, as rather than doing the 100 back or the 100 breaststroke, which I've done in the past. Those are two really solid events that I like to do, and right now I think those are two spots in the lineup that are possible to switch around. So, okay, that's what I'm thinking of doing.
How about you, Erik? Do you know what event you'll most likely be in?
Yeah, most likely I'll be in the breaststroke. The second event is kind of up in the air. The nice thing about Coach is that he likes to give us a say in what we're going to swim, but of course, final word's still up to him. Yeah, so I'm not completely sure what I'll be swimming. Sections.
You guys are going to be in the section True Team a week from today. I think that's right, a week from today.
Yep, down in Wilmer.
Will that be a good gauge for the actual section meet as far as what you might do, or is that going to be totally different?
For the most part, it's really different because at True Team, every person scores. Even last place, that last gets 1 point, and that can really affect the whole scoring system of the meet.
And this week, you have Brainerd on Thursday. And that's, am I going too far by saying that's for the Central Lakes Conference Championship?
Well, yeah, Brainerd is definitely a really good team, and that should be a really close meet, so I guess we'll see.
Well, that's a pretty politically correct answer right there, That Brainerd is, every year it's Brainerd and Fergus, it seems, as the top teams in that conference. Guys, congratulations on a great season so far, and we should encourage fans to get out and watch you. You have one more home meet. Is it a week from Thursday?
The 27th is coming up. It's against Alexandria, another very good team.
Right. Okay. Well, good luck the rest of the way, and we'll look forward to seeing how you progress as we get into the postseason.
All right. Thanks for having us.
Thanks, Rick.
Thank you.
You bet. Jake Fisher, Mike Hurley, and Erik Money from the Otter Boys Swimming and Diving team.
We got lots to get to. Boy, we've got to cram some coaches in here. We got girls basketball to talk about. We got all kinds of other things. Girls hockey, too, as the Otter girls pulled off another victory last night. We'll come back and we'll talk about all of that. It's on the way on our Super Sports Saturday. It's on AM 1250 KBRF.